A husband that traveled. Now I have a husband that works upstairs. Wondering if I've emptied the dishwasher yet. Do it your fucking self. I'm playing the piano. That's what I've been doing. I'm learning how to play the piano. I practice for hours a day. I really think if I keep on like this, in about 5 years' time, I'll be where I want to be. Single, but... for now, I'm just providing the mood music for his relentless Zoom calls. Ding, 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 ding. The soundtrack to our divorce. What can I say? The heart wants what it wants, and I want to impress strangers in train stations. Everyone has a dream. I thought he'd be impressed. And I'm honest, I thought he'd be impressed at the beginning. I really thought he'd be impressed. I thought he'd be impressed until the day he burst out of his study, fell to his knees, and just begged me to have an affair. Anything quiet. As if I'd be able to keep it quiet if I was having an affair. So why don't you have an affair? You're the one that needs a hobby. I already have 2 small children and a husband. If I want something else clambering on top of me, I'll get a dog. I don't want an affair. I'd have to be nice to someone. Men my age are pathetic. They think they can get away with orthopedic shoes because they're wearing a leather jacket. To be fair to them, they can't see how disgusted the women are because women my age have had so much botox they can't express themselves anymore. I'm not doing anything to my face. My husband can already zone out my conversation and my ala turca. Looking fucking miserable is all I've got left. What I'm saying is it's good to be here where hope is not yet... hope is not yet dead. It's just different when you're young. I saw a young couple like you the other day outside here, actually. You know, like a boy man and a girl woman. And God bless you. And the boy, he dropped his bottle of water, and as it rolled away from him down the pavement, the girl he was with... And he was so pleased that as he picked up his bottle... What the hell did I just see? That does not last. That does not last. If they're together in 10 years' time, which they won't be, if they're together... if they're together in 10 years' time, and he even looks like he's about to drop a bottle of water, you dyspraxic cunt. I'm actually in a very good mood. I am. I'm actually in a very good mood. I know the news is terrible at the moment, but I'll say one thing for those Russians. They took the pressure off the unvaxxed. My God. Gave the rest of you a chance to update your profile pictures. Give that poor rainbow a break. My God, the rainbow needed a break. The rainbow's had such a battering the last few years. I saw a real rainbow out with my children the other day and told it to fuck off! My little one just turned 4. Whew. New phrase for him. Boy, does he like to use it. I threw him a party, actually. Threw him a big party, booked the animal lady. Pass the parcel doesn't cut it in Islington anymore, but the animal lady. She had it all, this woman. Tropical toads, poisonous snakes, chinchillas, sugar gliders. I said to him afterwards, what did you think of the animal lady, darling? He said, no cat. Turns out I could have just nicked the neighbour's cat and saved my husband a fortune. And he's so annoyed about money at the moment, my husband. He called me financially illiterate the other day. He said, you were financially illiterate. I said, how bloody dare you? I know all your PIN numbers. Show me some respect. It's a lot to memorize, but it's good that everyone's out and about again. It's good that everyone's out and about. It is. Honestly, I hated lockdown because I'm a people person. I love people. I missed people. Sue me. You know, I miss people. I miss the cleaner. I miss the babysitter. My God, I miss the babysitter. I was so glad when she came back. I started listening to her stories. I'm still listening to her stories. She has a lot to say. She's been explaining to me that she's been expressing her vulnerability on Instagram. I said, why? She said, I realize I've been keeping a lot of stuff inside. What a fabulous place to keep it. And she has a new tattoo, revolting. Obviously, I said nothing. I just looked disgusted. I know everyone has tattoos now, by the way. I know it. Don't panic. I know everyone has tattoos. I think, though, it's because houses are expensive and we're all yearning to decorate. But this is a great city, great city. Look how confident young people are, that, feet on my stage. And whatever. This is a great city. We do have our problems though, in London. I'm not going to get political, but we do have a big problem in London with knife crime. I have personally lost some of my best friends to knife crime. Every time a kid gets stabbed, another one of my friends moves to Brighton. Tragic. I'll never see them again. I wouldn't say I'm middle class. I don't need to. I think that's why the Hygiene theatre confused me. I should have been all over that. I should have been all over it. What was it really? It was just middle-class roleplay running free. I mean, what's not to like about a virus that respects table service? Sure. I get it. I even understood the masks. Why not? Muffle the mumblings of the staff. Keep the cleaner out of Capri. But it wasn't for me. It took me a long time to think of anything positive about it. And then the other day it occurred to me, my God, now that every turtle in the ocean is wearing a face mask, I can enjoy drinking gin through a plastic straw again. And gin really does taste so much better through a plastic straw. So thank you for that, Greta. Greta Thunberg. Wow! That is a homework project that got out of control. I also had a lot of time to inhabit my marriage, a lot of time affair. I'm never going to have an affair. I don't have the strength to grind another man down. It's taken me 12 years to destroy this one. I'm hardly going to abandon my project now. Yeah, I had a lot of time to inhabit my marriage. I think everyone found out pretty quickly if they were an oil rig kind of couple or a family shop kind of couple, Turns out I'm an oil rig kind of couple. I really love my husband. I love him, and I'm picturing him far, far away. In danger. Yes, we are happy together, very happy. Mustn't forget that bit. It is pivotal to the jokes. The old ones obviously can't rewrite it all, but we are very happy. I think the secret to our success is he's a tall, slim Indian man, fit, and I don't understand 90% of what he says to me because he's from Belfast. Do we have any Northern Irish in? No? Good. Keep them out. God, you got to be so careful around the Northern Irish. They're not like the diddly-diddly-dee ones from the south, They're an angry people. Everyone used to ask about that. Indian Irish? Well, what does that mean? Well, obviously it means he likes potatoes. But he doesn't burn easily. It also means my in-laws live abroad, and I don't think you can ask more from family than that. I mean, talking of which, congratulations, félicitations, bravo to all of you that pretended really loving your parents was just not seeing them for a few years. I don't know how you pulled it off. I could not get rid of my mother. It didn't matter what I said. She was at my house every bloody week because she's obsessed with my children. She loves my sons. She says that they've given her a new lease of life, which is a shame. I was really worried about losing that joke last spring, but it still with us. Tell you what, I think I need just to get away. I need to get away. I need to go on holiday. I really believe in travel. I think it's essential, isn't it, to argue somewhere different. You know, you've got to keep it fresh. You can always spot a long-established couple because they'll ask the one they love to move out the way before they take a holiday snap. My husband has a name, by the way. His name is Sanjiv. It's just, I know that's very difficult to get right. I know that's difficult to get right because my dad still pronounces it Mohammed. But in a long-established couple, you'll always ask the one you love to move out the way before you take a holiday snap. Yes, Sanjiv, I am trying to take a photograph. You're ruining the view. Talking of ruined views, my body's ruined. My body is ruined. Do you know that children ruin your body? Of course you don't. You haven't had any yet. Children ruin your body. Do you know that my tits used to squint at the sun? Now they're looking from left to right like they're anxious about being followed. Perk up, no one's after you. I've just reached that age where everyone's putting their stuff in their faces. I know I've got to let it go, but it's so frustrating. A friend of mine, she's putting all of this stuff in her face. You know, the injections, the fillers. By the way, it works. It works. It is impossible to tell how old she is. She could be 25, she could be 96, you know. All you know for certain is that she can't go too close to a warm candle. And I actually think that she looks okay on her own in the dark at a distance. It's only on the approach that it takes you by surprise. But I was out with her and her girlfriend the other day, and they must have all been to the same clinic because they looked horrifyingly alike. But that's not the weird thing. The weird thing is that one of her girlfriends has the mouth. You know those massive lips that they have to lick all the time? I can say this here because I looked around in a reassuringly thin-lipped crowd. But this woman, she's had this mouth for years, but she must have been in for an MOT because it was ginormous. But that's not the weird thing. The weird thing is that after a couple of glasses of Chardonnay, this mouth fell down. The left-hand side of this mouth just drooped down her face, you know, like a hot stroke. And no one raised an eyebrow. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for having me. Enjoy the rest of your night. I've been Tania Reddins. Goodbye.
Right, my friends. I am so sorry. We are overrunning massively. So a couple of things that I've got to do is we are going to go into your first break. The toilets downstairs are open downstairs should you need them. They are going to close in a bit. Also, if you want to go outside for a breath of fresh air, or if you're a smoker, a breath of non-fresh air,